Good morning. Good morning. Soribel Martinez here. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm super awesome to be here with you this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Soribel Martinez here. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm super awesome to be here with you this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Soribel Martinez here. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Let's see. Super awesome to be here with you this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, Martinez here. Let's see what's going on. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Let's see. Super awesome to be here with you this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, Martinez here. Let's see what's going on. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Let's see. Super awesome to be here with you this morning. Let's see what's going on. Give me one moment. This is what's going on here. Okay, got it. I fixed it. Again, Soribel Martinez here. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm so excited. It's Saturday. The weekend is here, and I wanted to come and chat with you for a couple minutes. And today, the topic is 5 simple ways to practice self-care in less than 1 hour. Um, I've been getting a lot of questions in regards to self-care practice and how to really do something that is quick, that is supportive for women that are on the go, that are busy, working, children, married, relationships, and so many responsibilities. Let me fix this light here. Maybe that will help. That's a little better. Okay, so I wanted to just come on and talk about 5 simple ways for you to have a self-care practice that you can do in less than 1 hour. So the reality is, the truth is that self-care is a very important topic in the life of a woman. And quite often, like I always say, we are putting ourselves on hold. We are putting our needs, our desires on hold to just take care of everybody else in our role as a woman. Whether if it's being a wife, a mother, a sister, a daughter, granddaughter, a friend, we have many responsibility as working women, entrepreneurs. We have a lot to do, and sometimes what is suffering in our personal life is our self-care practice. Taking care of ourselves is often being put on hold so we can take care of everything else. So today I want to share with you 5 simple steps or 5 simple ways to practice self-care in less than an hour. For me, self-care is very important. I always tell my clients that the first person that they need to take care of is themselves. Why? Because if you do not take care of yourself and you're always giving and giving and giving to others, and you are not taking care of you, what ends up happening is that you get depleted, you get empty, you begin driving on empty, and you are often giving from a place of lack, and you are not feeling good about yourself, and you don't feel good with everything that you're doing. So today we want to share with you 5 different ways that you can have, or things that you can incorporate in your self-care practice, so you can cultivate a practice that really supports you. The truth is that self-care is so much more than just going to the nail salon and doing a manicure and pedicure, although that is part of the deal. When I talk about self-care, I'm talking about a practice that truly supports your emotional, physical, and spiritual health. So you are feeling holistic, so you're feeling good, and you can service other from a place of abundance. Not just other at work or in your business, but actually your family. So you can take care of your family and you feel good about doing it. So 5 ways to practice self-care in less than 1 hour. There are many steps and there are many ways that you can take care of yourself, but I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I do some of the things that I see my clients doing that we work on to for them to take care of themselves. So there are many others, and we can do a whole training about self-care. But today we're just going to talk about those few things that you can do in the morning to really support yourself before you leave your house. Okay, so what I do is I wake up at least an hour before my son gets up. So I'm usually up like about 5 o'clock in the morning, so I can do my self-care practice, because I feel that when I do my self-care practice, I feel better during the day. I have more energy. I'm able to serve others from a place of abundance. I feel great when I do this. So having my self-care practice is like having breakfast or lunch or dinner. It's so important for my well-being throughout the day. So the number one step or way that you can begin a self-care practice is to really create a practice of radical love for yourself. Self-love is so important, and self-care is part of the practice inside your self-love practice. Loving yourself is so essential. And when we talk about self love, I'm talking about self forgiveness. I'm talking about compassion. I'm talking about acceptance, accepting yourself for who you are, the way you are, loving yourself unconditionally. Doesn't matter the mistake, the situation, whatever has happened in your life, you are loving yourself unconditionally. And when you need to come back to practicing those self-care self-love practices, you are really in tune with yourself, with what it is that you need. Because we are quite often loving everybody else, we are quite often practicing compassion towards others, taking care of others, and at the end of the day, when we look back, we are not really loving ourselves. So we have to be radical in the love that we have for ourselves. Okay, understanding that we make mistakes, that things happen in our life, and then we quite often have to see ourselves from a place of compassion, of love, of forgiveness, of understanding that we need to reset the reset and begin again, and continue that a love practice every single day for yourself. And a good way to do the self-love is to really practicing forgiveness, having a journal where you really get in tune with your emotions, what you're feeling, how you're feeling, and you get in touch with what were those situations in your life that were truly or are truly making you feel the way you feel right now in your life. And if there's anything that you have to forgive in that practice, you do that, because we make mistakes every day, and being perfect is not part of the deal. You don't have to be perfect, but yet you want to make sure that you are having practices that support you every single day, that support you, that support your life, support who you are, that what you want to do in your life. You need to stay in tune with those things continuously. And radical love is one of those things that you want to practice every single day. Some of my ladies, I teach them how to say affirmations and mantras in front of the mirror about supporting their self-love, about being worthy, about feeling worth of love, and improving their self-esteem and their self-confidence. Because it is so important that we love ourselves. We quite often are, be judgmental about the things that happen in our life. We are judgmental about our thoughts, about how we feel. We are really harsh on ourselves. So it is time to create that practice in the morning of it. Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here. Good morning. So happy to see you. So it's so important to have those few minutes in the morning to grab your journal and write in your journal about how are you feeling? What are you feeling? How are you feeling during the day? What are some of those thoughts that are really negative, that are nagging, that are condemning you, that are making you feel worthless, that are making you feel like you're not good enough? So that radical love is really going to bring you back in tune with your true self, with the true reality of who you are, the person that you are as a human being. Okay. So, step number one is having a practice of radical love for yourself. Love yourself like there's no tomorrow. Love yourself like your life depends on it, because it does. It truly does. If you don't love yourself, who's going to love you? If you don't love yourself, how are you going to be able to serve from a place of abundance and from a place of care? All right. So that is extremely essential in your self-care practice, self-love. Now, this next step in your self-care practice, and I mentioned this already, is having a practice of self-forgiveness. Every day we have to go back to that place where we need to forgive what has happened in our life that is making us feel, whether if it's depressed, sad, anxious, isolated, you feel like you don't belong, or you are feeling like there's not a purpose for you to be here. And when you start getting connected, when you begin connecting your emotion to your thoughts, you're going to find out that your thoughts are really driving your emotions. Your subconscious mind is driving the way that you're feeling. So when you take that opportunity to look at yourself um, from a place of compassion, then you are able to forgive yourself. Take your journal and write about those things that you don't feel proud about, those things that you have done in your life that don't make you feel good. I'm not talking about necessarily you kill someone or you were unfaithful, like the big things, but sometimes the small things are the ones that are keeping us really stuck, right? Like when you think about your parents or your relationship with other people and how they made you feel at a certain point in your life, now it's time to forgive yourself for, not for what they did, but forgive yourself for allowing yourself to feel the way you do, because it's a normal state of being human being. We feel bad, we feel a certain type of way about what happens in your life, the experiences that we have. And it's so important that we are getting in tune with being forgiving. Stop being so judgmental. Stop judging yourself and being so hard on yourself because things that have happened in your life. And forgiveness can be very simple, as writing yourself a love letter, or just writing in your journal and saying, sorry, Belle, I forgive yourself, or I forgive you for this, and that. I release it. I allow you to be happy. Talk to yourself, or if you need to forgive somebody else, just write that note, write that in a piece of paper where you are releasing that person to also, be happy, and you forgive them. And if you need to do that practice every single day, that's what you need to do. What I do is, when I am cutting myself and having those negative thoughts and those negative feelings, is that I witness my thoughts and my feelings. I witness them without being judgmental. I just witness them to understand that my thoughts are not making me feel the way I want to feel, and that I must shift that so I can feel better. So become a witness of your thoughts, of your feelings. Forgive yourself for having those thoughts and those emotions. Release them and move forward. Move on. You don't have to beat yourself up for days and weeks and weeks and years of something that you did in the past. The reality is that self-forgiveness is what's going to make you feel better. It's a practice that needs to be continuous. It's an action step that you need to take every single day. Whether if you do it on paper, if you are working, you can do it in your mind. Whatever it is, whatever you have to do to really take care of yourself. Self-care is about the inner work. It's not just about your parents, that is part of it. But the most important self-work that you can do for yourself is the inner transformation, the inner change, okay? So the next step in your practice of self-care in less than an hour is to have a practice of gratitude. Gratitude is the greatest, the most powerful practice that you can have in your life. And quite often we find ourselves, and think about the time in your life when you always just focus on what you don't have. I don't have this. I need that. I don't have that. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? Oh my God, I don't have that. I'm missing this. I'm missing that. And what happens is, when you do that, you are missing out. Truly, you are missing out from enjoying some of the great things that you already have in your life, because you already have an abundance. You have a lot. You have so much that you probably don't even know what to do with it. The problem is that if you focus on what you are missing and you're not focused on what you already have created in your life, then you're not going to be able to create more of what you desire. The magic happens when you truly create a deep practice of gratitude. And that just take a couple minutes a day, okay? In the morning, I grab my journal, or I just sit in meditation, or I do a gratitude meditation, or I just say them aloud. I am grateful for waking up this morning. I am grateful because I can talk, I can walk, I can think, I can learn, I can speak, I can see. I have my arms, my fingers, I have my mouth, my tongue, I have my body, my legs are working, my feet are well. I'm healthy, my teeth are healthy. I have abundance, I have a home, I have a house, I have my son, I have a family. When you begin to getting in tune with all the greatness that you have in your life, it's almost impossible to just feel great, feel good, feel deeply connected to God, feel deeply connected to that spiritual being that you are, because you're not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having a physical experience in this world. So having a practice of gratitude is like water to your body. And when water is missing in your body is not functioning well. You get dehydrated and you're not feeling good. You get a headache, you feel sick, you're not feeling good. So having a practice of gratitude is so important. You need to sit down, grab a piece of paper, and write at least 10 things that you are grateful for. I'm telling you, 10 is not going to be enough. You are going to continue to free write and write about all the greatness that there is in your life, that you have food and clothes, and you have water, and you have electricity, and you have things that some people in the world have not experienced yet, right? So when we begin to see our life from a place of abundance and gratitude and thankfulness, think about your family, your friends, your job. Think your job. I always say, and during the day, I'm a therapist at a school, and I always thank God for the 500 children that are in the school. I always thank him for all those kids that are there. I have a job because they come to school every day. I have a job because their parents get up in the morning and bring them to school. And it's just having that sense of gratitude and love for whatever it is that you already have, whether if it's material, emotional, or whatever it is that you have been granted as blessing. Count them. There's so many that you won't have a place to write all of them in this whole world, in this whole universe, right? So that is so important. Now, another practice that it just take few minutes, okay? It's because people think that they have to do things for 5, 6, 7 hours. You don't. Create a practice that support you. If what you have in the morning is 30 minutes, you make sure that you sit in a place of quietness and you practice the things that will bring you more wellness, that's going to bring you more love, that's going to keep you connected, right? So prayer and meditation is so important. So you can meditate and you can pray for 5 minutes. Okay. You can pray and meditate for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever works for you. In the morning, I do my meditation. I can do a gratitude meditation, or I can do different type of meditations. Okay. I do visualizations in my meditation, and I begin to visualize how my day is going to be, the way I want my day to go. I visualize about my future, my life, my family, my goals, whatever it is that I'm trying to accomplish. I pray, I talk to God, and I allow time for God to speak to me inside my inner guidance. All right, inside that connection that you have with God. God will speak to you, and he will guide you in your life, and whatever it is that going on with you, whether if it's good or bad, it doesn't really matter. He is going to guide you. So you need to allow yourself to speak to that person, to God, that you have an exclusive relationship with him, and talk to him about your desire. Talk about your gratitude. Be thankful. Express what it is that you're thankful for, what it is that you're longing for, what it is that you would like to create in your life, and then just release it. Allow it to happen. Okay. And in that practice, you become you begin to create faith. You begin to grow your faith, your trust in God. You begin to feel that inner peace that you desire and that you deserve. Why? Because you are just releasing, you are allowing. There's things that you have no control over. So the things that you don't have any control over, you need to release them and allow a bigger power to support you, to guide you, to take you to the places where you want to be. And that happens through prayer and meditation. Prayer and meditation. You need to sit in quiet places so you can hear. If you're talking, you need to be quiet and listen to your intuition, listen to your inner guidance, so you can be guided throughout the day, so you can be supported when you need support throughout the day, so you can hear the steps that you need to take when you feel stuck, when you are not feeling well. Also, prayer can be very simple during the day. Like, you don't have to go and in a particular place if you don't have the opportunity at work, or if you're driving. It could be a simple prayer like this, like, I witness that my thoughts are not positive in this moment, and they making me feel anxious, depressed, whatever it is, whatever the emotion, a worry, or I feel overwhelmed. I release that thought, and I choose to create a new thought that supports me right now. And then you choose a different thought, you choose a different way, so you can feel better. It is your choice. You have the power to choose. You have been given the power to choose. So when you are feeling bad, just say a simple prayer. God, support me in this moment. I need you to lift me up. I need you to guide me. I need guidance. And I see it every day. I practice this every day. Sometimes I'm feeling a certain type of way, and I say, Lord, please just support me in this moment. Love me in this moment. Take care of me in this moment. Show me the way. Show me the path. What should I do in this situation? What should I do to feel better right now? And usually I hear the answer. If I have time, I go on meditation. I call someone that can support me. I read a book. I do something that supports me in that moment. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you have the power to um choose. Choose wisely, choose well. And if you don't know what to do, ask for the guidance. Ask God, what is it that he wants you to choose? Okay. So let's recap for a minute before I go on to the last step. One, create a practice of radical love for yourself. Love yourself like there's no tomorrow. Love yourself like your life depends on it, because it does. Love yourself like you would love anybody else. If you don't love yourself, you can't love others. That's the reality. Love begins within you. Love begins with you. You need to love you before you can spread love somewhere else. Self-forgiveness. Forgive yourself for the things that have happened in your life. Release them. Release the things that has been holding you hostage. It could be very simple as just writing in your journal, I forgive myself today for talking about a person. I forgive myself today for doing this, that, or the other. Three, practice gratitude. Practice gratitude continuously. I practice gratitude every day, and I also practice gratitude with my son. Saying thank you to people is a way of gratitude. When people do something nice for you, say thank you. Be appreciative. Appreciate other people. Gratitude and appreciation are so powerful. It will open the doors to more blessings in your life. It's like when you're knocking on the door, gratitude is the knocking. And then you spread and then the doors open for you because you are being grateful, because you are not being ungrateful about everything that you have so much that you don't know what to do with it. It's just that you have been so blinded that you can't see beyond your nose because you just focus on the wrong things, right? I've been there, you've been there. Let's just fix it. Let's just work on it. Then we talked about prayer and meditation, talking to God, looking for guidance, and stop trying to do everything on your own by your own force, by your own strength. Allow God to lift you up, to just take you and guide you, right? Ask for guidance and allow yourself to listen for that guidance. When you ask God for something, stay in quietness and then listen to your intuition. He will speak to you. Now, the last step is about reading or listening to something empowering. Every single morning, I listen to something empowering. I do when I want to hear the news when I wake up in the morning. Okay. And you know what? Some people may disagree with me, like, oh no, you need to see what's going on in the world. Well, the world is so filled with negativity that what I'm going to be watching in the news may not support my best interest, may not support my highest good. So I choose to read and listen to something empowering first. The rest I can find out after, right? After I have created a strength that comes from within, a spiritual strength that is going to help me move forward. I cannot just be listening to all these negativities that is going around only. I need to nourish my soul, my spirit, my mind, my emotions with something that is good, with something that's powerful, and that's going to help me help the world. Because if I'm in a good place in my spiritual life, in my emotional life, in my mind, in my soul, in my body, then I'm going to be able to pray for the world, to send more good energy, more love, more light into the world. But if I am in a bad place, how can I help somebody else, right? So those are the step one. Practice radical love for yourself. Create a self forgiveness practice. Practice gratitude. Pray and meditate, and read or listen to something empowering. YouTube is a great place to go for empowering things. You know, when I need something empowering, I go to YouTube. Okay. So, and I'm also soon enough, we're going to be integrating. I'm going to come back and talk to you about affirmations, how to use affirmations in your meditation. That's something that's really important. You know, you need to use affirmations, something that's positive, so you can begin influencing your subconscious mind and your spirit and in your mind, and how you're going to feel throughout the day. So now I want to invite you to see the links above or below this video. And whether if you're watching live now or if you are watching the replay, there are a couple links here available to you. One of them is for you to sign up for my 3-part video series training, Live Your Legacy, Ignite Your Irresistible Life. In that video series training, I teach you how to shift from feeling stuck to unstoppable, how to create the 3 steps that you need to take in order to create new and empowered beliefs that support your new journey. And last but not least, I talk about how to improve and catapult your self-confidence so you can create a life that you truly want, desire, and deserve. Also, you will find in the link a way for you to connect with me. It's a free connection call where you and I can get on the phone, so I can learn about you, see where you are right now in your life, and I can also see how I can support you as your coach to get where you want to be in your life. So the connection call is not a free coaching call. It's a way for us to discover if you and I can work together and how I can support you further in your journey of self-awakening, transformation, and empowerment. And that's what I do in my work. I work with women who are ready to just shift from feeling stuck to just being unstoppable. They're ready to embark a journey of self-awakening, transformation, and empowerment so they can create a life that they truly want, desire, and deserve. A life that is on purpose. If you are feeling like you're not on purpose, like you're living and just living, and you need to discover your life purpose, you need to discover what's your passion, your dreams, your desires, well, I'm here to support you. So if you want to connect, the connection call is free. We talk about where you at. I tell you how I can support you, and then we make a decision if we can work together. So listen, it is my true pleasure to be here with you, serve you again. Thank you so much for being here with me. Leave your comments, your questions. I will come back and answer them for you. I promise you that I will come back and answer your questions. Also, feel free to share this with somebody else that can benefit from this information. Women, we always need something to help us. You're welcome. You're welcome, Ruth. I am so glad you are here. If you have any questions, please leave them below. And the links to the free series is available as well. So share this with someone else. Allow someone else to also do amazing work in their life so they can change. We can change one person at a time, right? We don't have to change the whole world at once. We just need to share with one person. And sharing is caring. So care for someone else care by so care for someone else by sharing this information. Okay, so this is Soribel Martinez from soribelmartinez.com. It is my true pleasure. Much love you. Besitos, besitos, and I hope you have an amazing Saturday. Go and do something amazing to take care of yourself today. Do something today. Don't stay home with this information. You need to do something right now. So I see you. I can't wait to see you again. Oh, and tonight I come back with my friend Kim. We are going to be talking about how to become abundant. What do we need to do to have a life of abundance? So tonight we're going to be live again right here on YouTube. And I don't know about live streaming on Facebook, but we are going to be on YouTube talking about abundance and how to create and attract the things that you want in your life. So much love you. Take care. Bye-bye.